It's one of those pretty interesting, strange weekends in the world of racing, no matter what you got to see. I mean, we did learn some stuff, but it was just, weird. Like weird. Did get to learn some things though again. There was good racing action here and there. Um, no, maybe it's just Sunday. It's just it was just weird to me, the Cup Series race. And the day started out way too early with the F1 Honda Japanese GP out there in Suzuka, Japan. We all knew what kind of mood I was, how I was feeling going into it, starting at 1 a.m. for them to run 10 feet and then red flag and, that whole long delay. If you actually watched it, if you recorded it, lucky you. It was just, rain. So I don't blame them for stopping. I'm not, before anyone freaks out on me, I'm not saying that because you literally couldn't see your hand in front of your face with all the rooster tails and everything coming up in the spray. So I'm not against that. I thought it was kind of odd for them to go out there and start the thing anyway. Like they didn't notice that. Odd, weird. But once they got it going, I mean, there's only 41 minutes left. Max Verstappen was on pole in the race. Carlos Sainz is out on lap one before they pulled everyone in and stopped it. Because again, it was coming down. If you didn't see it, sorry about the chair. It was coming down. But then what he did, like what Max did after they got back going, is just last week, and I was talking about how he's actually human. I still picked him because, well, beat him once. Sure. Yeah, he proved that he is once again not human at all. You can get this out to him if you want. I'm saying it as a compliment. He's just that car plus, he's just in a different zone right now. And they only ran 28 laps, in that 41 minutes around the track. And the track did actually look a lot better by the end. If you watched it, you'll agree. There's a lot less spray and people could actually at least do things. But they ran 28 laps and he won by over 26 seconds. He almost was pulled away by a second a lap. Inhuman's the only word I could think of, and that's being with the most respect ever. But dominated it, won the race. Sergio Perez was second, Charles Leclerc third after getting a 5-second penalty for running Perez for going off the track. It was this big dumb, thing. But Ocon was fourth. It was good to see him get that. We don't get to see his name up there all the time. So congratulations to him. Lewis Hamilton fifth. Sebastian Vettel got a sixth. Good to see him up there. Fernando Alonso seventh. George Russell eighth. Latifi ninth. Lando Norris 10th. And then his teammate Daniel Ricciardo 11th. I mean, he always seems to be right behind him no matter what. Again, I don't know team orders or anything, but they always run right near each other. So craziness. Still don't think he should be gone over some people, but that's just me. Everyone has a different feeling. But after the penalty, it was the weirdest thing too. Again, weird because they interview everyone that finishes on the podium after the race, in front of the big board, and they do all the fancy stuff. They interview Max. He walks off. He hands the microphone to Char in third so he could go after Sergio. And then Sergio's talking, and they stop him to pull Max back up to say, "Oh, by the way, you actually did win the championship." While he was being interviewed, he said, "Well, I can close it up with you. Do it next weekend." You completely know, by the way, what you're actually champion now, which is just weird. They figured it out that late in the thing. Crazy. Congratulations to him again. He's been on a different level. Anyone that's watching F1 races this year, Max has been just inhuman. It's what he's done. But congratulations on two in a row. No controversy this time. No one can say anything about it this time. Last year there was all kinds of stupid, that came from that whole situation. No one can deny any of that. It really, yeah, the amount of dumb that people were allowed to get away with was concerning. Yeah, and everyone has their side. I don't personally, whatever, you know, came down to the end and things happened, but he dominated this one again. How did he lock up the championship in a race after all that rain in Suzuka, Japan, where they only got to run 28 laps and he won by over 26 seconds? Congratulations to him on a job well done. And I mean, no matter what you feel about him, he's dominated this year. He's earned it. Teammate Sergio Perez is right now second, so that's where the battle is now for second. Checo's second at 253 points. Charles Leclerc's third at 252 points. So those guys are right on each other. George Russell's fourth at 207. Carlos Sainz is fifth at 202. And Lewis Hamilton's in sixth at 180 points. And then no offense, everyone else, no one else is even in the triple digits. So the big one comes down to, I'm really going to say, no offense to George Russell, the battle's coming down to who's going to finish second. Just because George is, if they all keep running right there by each other, granted, this stuff could happen, but 45 points just to catch up to third. Like, that's a big deficit to have to come back, especially when it goes from 10 down to 1 points wise. And if you don't finish in the top 10, you don't get any points. So if they keep running the way they are, he's not going to be able to get them. I'm very, excited to see who's going to get, second, though. Is it going to be Checo? It's going to be Char. The Red Bull getting 1-2. What's the Ferrari, or Ferrari going to break it up? That's what it's going to come down to. We'll see. I'm excited about it. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be excited about it? We'll see what it goes. But again, congratulations to Max. He's not human this year. And he proved that again earlier today in Japan. That was insane. The Xfinity Series Roval, really a bunch of weird stuff. I know it's got destroyed. I was just really yelling. I mean, I missed. It was weird. I thought the racing was better in that race than the Cup race until right at the very end. But AJ Allmendinger got the win. Run 4 races there. He's won all 4 of them. And I was yelling just for DraftKings' sake for him to get around tie. And then when I did that, I had Stephen Parsons, like he was running up there in the 45ers and the 45. I'm like, yes, what? He got up there. And then he got spun around, and well, it didn't matter. All of that went away. But AJ got it again. Ty Gibbs second. They battled. It was clean. Good for them. Congratulations to them. Noah Gragson third. James Davison got a fourth in the 18th. So congratulations to him. That's a hell of a run for a guy who doesn't get to run all the time. Allgaier fifth. Alex Labate sixth. Brandon Jones seventh. Josh Berry eighth. Ryan Sieg ninth. And Landon Castle rounding out the top 10. Again, good racing between AJ and Ty Gibbs there. We've seen them do it. This time, AJ got the better of Ty. As long as they keep it clean. Again, I'm completely okay with even once Ty Gibbs. I call him out when he does dumb stuff. I'm right there saying nice things when he does, nice things. And it was good to see him run it as nice and clear as he did. A lot of power steering issues, not a lot, but enough to be worried about between the 2 races. And hope everything is all right. Marco Andretti, because he came around one of those blind corners and there was just a car there. He tried to go under someone. There's a car parked sideways. Big impact. Said he hurt his wrist. I haven't looked. But he had surgery earlier, so hopefully that's all okay for him. And wrists, really don't want to mess with those things. Especially if you're just coming back from one. They're very unforgiving, but points coming out of it. Sadly, Ryan Sieg, even with that 9th place finish, he's out. Hemrick's out. So the defending champion in both the Cup and Xfinity Series is already out. Riley Herbst had a good one going till right at the end. I had high hopes for him. He was looking really good, but stupid out. And Jeremy Clemens had to win it to advance, and he couldn't get it done. So sucks to be him, but point standings now. Going into the round of 8. Hopefully, you guys can see that now on the screen. If you're watching it, hopefully I made it big enough. I know I can see it through my screen, so hopefully that means you can. But the top 4 going into the round of 8 has Noah Gragson first at plus 34. AJ Allmendinger second at plus 22. Ty Gibbs third at plus 16. Justin Allgaier fourth at plus 11. As you can see, right up in there. And then the 4 that are below the cut line right now. Yeah, you actually can even read that. How about that? It worked. Under the cut line, Josh Berry in 5th at minus 11. Austin Hill 6th at minus 15. Brandon Jones 7th at minus 22. And Sam Mayer 8th at minus 28. But again, when they do the stage races, all it takes is someone getting out of sequence because of something. They literally. And so they don't get 10 points. And then one of them could win. Josh Berry could win a stage. Austin Hill, something like that. And 10 points, and they're right back in it. So I don't want to get, too crazy. I do think that I put Brandon Jones and Austin Hill on my list of guys that wouldn't go on, just because, regardless of who's in it. But sadly, it means Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, Josh Berry, And Austin Hill, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to win one of these just because, no offense, they haven't had the consistency. Not me trying to pick on them. They haven't been consistent enough, finish wise, having every, complete races, nothing stupid happen for me to think that they can carry it on. It's nothing against them. I just think the top four right now, Noah, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, and Justin Allgaier, they're just too good where they are, too consistent. We'll see. I could be 1,000% wrong, but Vegas coming up. We'll see how that works out. See how the racing is. Gets us to the Cup Series. Bank of America Roval 400 or Band of America, as I typed up here. Good job for me. Joey Logano on pole, Chase Elliott second. He went on one stage one easily. William Byron was close to him, but couldn't get by him. Didn't even really make a race out of it. Coming to the end, I will try to, I put it on the Twitter thing for both pages. Like, excuse me, if I can see that Austin Dillon didn't come anywhere near a complete stop and he had to get the penalty, same like Bubba, and then we had a lot of people blowing through chicanes early. Like, if I can see it, like, there's no excuse that the guys in the booth with that many cameras and all of them didn't see. And oh, look what he didn't stop. Like, oh shit. He didn't even pretend to stop. Like, nowhere near pretended to stop. And sadly, it's little things like that that NBC always misses. But again, they've at least looked and showed accidents, and they did a better job than Fox. I don't know what the hell was wrong with Fox this year, but Ross Chastain won stage two. Those points came in very handy, those 10 points, because one for those. Well, if you look at it now, might have ended completely differently for him. Like, those 10 points made all the difference in the world, but good to see him get that. Daniel Suarez and LaJoy with issues all day. Daniel Suarez lost power steering because, said it was because of how LaJoy raced him. He then dumped LaJoy when he had no power steering. Corey got him back. That was just the thing. We saw them talk afterwards. We really just saw Daniel talking and Corey just standing there with that mane hanging out that he has. Hopefully it's over. It's just dumb on top of dumb. And again, when you're trying to make it in the playoffs and dumb happens, it just pisses you off more. But what do you want to do? Just pull over for you? Sorry, Daniel. Doesn't work that way, bro. Not going to happen. And I didn't like the caution late because the sign was there. I mean, I get it. But that race, really, no offense, I mean, really wasn't that good. That's a problem. That was very underwhelming. Like, I was pissed that I didn't get to go. And then it was one of those races where I was happy that I wasn't there because I would have actually been kind of pissed if I spent that much money on a hotel. Never mind the tickets, whatever. How much hotels cost? I would have been pissed. And then drove back so she could go to work in the morning to see that. Like, that actually would have pissed me off. It wasn't good. No offense. I mean, they threw the caution for that banner that wasn't in the groove. I mean, they come through their double wide. I mean, it's just glued on, so it's not like it's gonna cut tires or explode or anything of the sort. Because we saw people run them over, getting them stuck on the front of the car all weekend. So I don't like it. I get it because it is debris and you never know, but so dumb. And it finally gave us good racing for a few laps. I mean, they accomplished their mission with that, but the restart, all hell broke loose. Briscoe was driving like a madman to get those two spots. I can't take that away from him. He did what he had to do to get those two damn spots. Custer's brake checking, literally everyone pretty much stopping going into the backstretch chicane so that he could carry on. You wouldn't have to worry about anyone racing to possibly get those two spots back again because they were all very racy. I think something's going to come from that. Hopefully it's not, completely stupid. Like, when I believe it was Boyer for Michael Waltrip Racing purposely caused a caution to get, have things fall so that Martin could get in to the playoffs. And then somehow Martin's the one that lost his ride and the sponsor and all that when he didn't play any role in that, as far as I know. Everyone else, he didn't tell anyone to do it. And Napa left, and a lot of dumb. I don't know what they're gonna do. And I tried to read comments and be, peaceful and talk to people, but anyone that's ever seen any NASCAR posts or really any post, the racing, wrestling, F1, like F1 people are actually humane in their post. NASCAR ones, but it's just the most toxic shit you'll ever see. So I stayed out of it, but we'll see what NASCAR does with it, if anything. And shout out to Christopher Bell because he had to win to advance. He was so far back. And well, here we are sitting there, and he did what he had to do. He got through the field with those tires. Caution, but it all worked out for him. He wasn't getting me. There was no way Harvick was keeping him behind him, regardless of if that caution came out. Once the caution came out, it was lights out. Nice. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Kevin Harvick finishing second at the Roval. That's pretty cool. Kyle Busch third. I don't remember hearing his name again all day. They seem to not be doing that a lot, but it is what it is. I'm okay with it. AJ was fourth. Haley was fifth. So good to see the college guys fourth and fifth. And again, Justin Haley can run those things, and he's a good driver. And AJ being there as his teammate when it comes to road courses is even better. So good run for them. Busher sixth. Bubba came back after some issues and finished seventh. Reddick was eighth. Briscoe got ninth, and Austin Dillon was 10th, which then gets us to the Cup Series playoffs. Now going forward, the round of 8 going into Vegas, we have Chase Elliott first at plus 31, Joey Logano second at plus 11, Chastain's third at plus 6, and Christopher Bell is fourth at plus 3. So it's all really, Chase Elliott having that 20-point buffer is huge for him. Yeah, but everyone else, plus 11 and 8th is only down 9. So it's going to come down to the wire, I really do think, unless Chase really screwed. It could be really close, but below the cut line, which there's some big names in this one. Blaney, 5th at -3, Byron 6th at -3, Hamlin 7th at -5, and Briscoe 8th at -9. Again, no offense to Briscoe. I don't see him making it. Blaney, I don't see him making it. I don't see how Ross Chastain makes it all the way to the championship race, but if he does, I don't see him winning it because let's just say there's some super pettiness with some of those people, and he does have it coming. He really does, but it's going to be a really good one. And then Bowman was already eliminated because of the concussion and all that. But Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, who did everything he had to until it got really stupid on that last restart. And defending champion Kyle Larson eliminated, which is just the damnedest thing. Both Xfinity and Cup champions from last year eliminated going, into the round of 8. Again, I didn't see that coming. I just kept telling myself he's going to figure it out. He's going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. And then, well, they never figured it out. So you'll see people get some wins. Congratulations to Cindric, though. No rookie's ever made it to the round of 8. So he's all the way there. He was close. He was literally right there. Suarez, again, just a lot of bad luck for the day. Close. And then Larson just, it is what it is. They haven't seemed the same as last year here with this new car. So it is what it is, man. But again, weird weekend. The way that, F1 between the rain, the race, him getting done being interviewed, talking about how he wasn't champion. The 3 minutes later, like, hey, by the way, get back up here. Why? Turns out you are champion. Just weird. Him dominating, winning by over 26 seconds, 28 laps. Weird. Both defending champions out already of the playoffs going into the round of 8. Hemrick, I'm not as surprised by. Larson. Really surprised by that. Bad luck for Riley Herbst, but good racing there at the end when everyone's closed back up, but really just phantom cautions. The banner was there again. I do get it, but how many cars and everything all over God's creation. I just want them to be consistent. That's what I want them to be. NASCAR, if you could be consistent, that'd be great. Penalties, cautions, anything right now. They have the consistency of goose shit, and it just keeps sucking on them. And I want to see what's going to again happen to Cole. For literally, he all but parked going into the chicane so that Austin Dillon them couldn't get anywhere near Briscoe and have any heat on him, so he could get those 2 spots. So see what they're going to do about that. But at least the caution gave us, a good ending because I really didn't think it was good racing. I was going to be better than that. Like, passing just wasn't a thing. And we could do about it now. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you all. Comment. Let me know what you think. Share it out. Follow along on all of TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. And until next time, my friends, be good to each other and peace.